Guys and gals, this is Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingandDesign.com, and thank you so much for watching my video. So today's video, I am going to talk about the 3 top traffic strategies to avoid if you are new and in network marketing. These are the 3 that I tried and totally miserably failed at, and disclaimer, hey, listen, they might work for you, but as a stay-at-home mom and as an introvert, they didn't work for me. But I'm gonna tell you about them anyway because I think they make for a pretty fun story, and you might learn a cool lesson from it that you just never know until you try. But these are 3 traffic strategies that I tried, attempted, and miserably failed at that actually led me to build my business online. So if you want to know what those 3 terrible traffic strategies are, then keep on watching. Alright guys and gals, again, this is Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingandDesign.com. Please take just one little moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate that. Alright guys and gals, so I've been in the online space for a while. Actually, I started, I don't even know if I should say 2008 because that's really when I discovered internet marketing, but I was actually, even before that, I was working eBay and things like that, alright? But officially, I attempted internet marketing at around 2008. And, you know, I had my ups and my downs. I learned stuff. I made some money. I lost money. And so I was kind of like on this roller coaster for a really long time. And in that journey, I also did network marketing. So there was one network marketing company that I actually was doing, you know, pretty good in because I was very connected to that network marketing company because I had lost a lot of weight with them. So I had a personal story. And for me, when I believe in something and when I have a story attached to it, it's much easier for me to sell without selling, right? But I really wanted to take this business to the next level. So I'm like, okay, I am going to do literally whatever it takes. Basically what I did was I set out in my mind to prove that I had exhausted every single possibility before I decided to give up on trying to build this thing, right? So, you know, I was always trying to do it my way through internet marketing, and I was having some success, but, you know, the company kept saying, you know, if you do this and you do that and you do this, you know, you will be successful. So I was like, you know what? I am going to try it the company way. So what is the company way? The company way is the whole make a list of friends and family, you know, your top 100, the memory jogger and all that stuff. The second thing they tell you is to start doing home parties and tastings and invite people to your house and, you know, like basically prospecting out in public and just sharing the opportunity with anyone who has a pulse, pretty much, right? So, oh, and cold calling and calling leads on the phone, which was my absolute favorite. Not. So what I did was like, okay, I am going to try at least 3 new different traffic strategies to try to get people to sign up for my business opportunity. And I'm going to be 100% honest with what happened to me in those situations, okay? So the first traffic strategy that I tried and failed was home parties. I did home parties. Okay, so there are pros and cons to home parties, but I felt that there were more negatives for me. So let me explain. At the time that I was trying to do home parties, I think I only had signed up maybe 5 or 10 people at that time. I wasn't making a lot of money. It was a binary program. I was literally making just, you know, maybe a couple $100s a month, which is still good, I guess, for a lot of people. But for me, it was just a terrible struggle. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do home parties because maybe that way I can help my team and I will bring people into my home. Here is the problem, at least for me, okay? I, in essence, was inviting complete and total strangers into our home. Then to prepare for the party, I had to go and, I had to buy stuff, right? I had to buy little cups. I had to buy little, cups, napkins, things like that, because it was something that you had to actually taste, right? And I had to make sure I had room in my living room. I had to make sure that my family was quiet and that they wouldn't be there. So I literally had to interrupt my family life in order to do these home parties. So I did have a couple of home parties, and here's what happened to me. People would not show up last minute, right? Who can blame them, right? You have a better thing to do on a Saturday afternoon than go, be approached for a network marketing opportunity or a product, right? So that was just like, when I look at the time invested to what I got out of it, it just wasn't adding up, okay? So that's the first thing. People just wouldn't show up, right? The second thing is some people would show up, but they would just come to taste the stuff and they wouldn't buy anything, right? So it was an afternoon wasted. So that was just no fun, okay? And then the third thing with that strategy is I did help one of my team members sign someone up, but within a few months that person quit anyway. So it's just the energy and the time and the effort that was poured into that strategy just didn't make sense. The big deal breaker was just the interruption to my family life and inviting strangers into my home. That was a no-go for us. We're like, we don't know who these people are. They're just inviting people that know people that know people, and we don't have any clue who they are. So it's not trying to be antisocial, but it was a safety issue in the sense of, we had kids and all that stuff. So I was like, no more home parties for me. So what I thought was a good happy medium, because I wanted to still be a team player, was I would tell my team members, hey, listen, you host the party, I will go to your house and present, okay? And there was one time when I drove all the way across Miami. It was about a 30-minute drive to go host a home party for someone. And literally I got there and they're like, I said, did you get people to confirm? Oh, no. Okay, so who's showing up? Nobody. So I would get to home parties. This happened to me twice. I would get to a home party to present, lug all my stuff around, lug all my presentation materials around, lug all my shaker cups around, and then nobody would show up. It was literally a waste of time, and I had to leave my family to do it. So I don't recommend doing home parties unless you are an extrovert, love doing parties, know a lot of people anyway, because it is just more negatives than there are positives. And especially if you are a family person, it can really suck up a lot of your time, and it can really drive a wedge in your family. At least that was my experience. So don't try terrible traffic strategy number one. I don't advise it. Terrible traffic strategy number two, the sticky note strategy. Yes, I tried the sticky note strategy, and that one got me kicked out of a Home Depot. So what's the sticky note strategy? Well, the sticky note strategy is all about getting a rubber stamp at Office Depot or Office Max that says something to the effect of, earn, $250 to $500 a week, call 1-800 blah, 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 part-time, work on your own hours, all that good stuff. Bad stuff, actually. So I went to an Office Max and I paid, I think it was $30 for a rubber stamp, and I bought a bunch of sticky notes, those little yellow sticky notes, Post-it notes. I bought those, and what I did was, I was a young mom. I had my kids in the back of the car, but I really wanted to make this work, guys, right? So like, if you think you've tried everything, try getting kicked out of a Home Depot. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. But what I did was I grabbed my rubber stamp and I rubber stamped a bunch of Post-it sticky notes, and I went around the parking lot of Home Depot and I was sticking them on car windows. I apologize in advance if, my sticky note ended up on your window. These are things that I did many, many, many years ago, and they don't work, and they're not fun, and they're just not leveraged. And the amount of, again, time, energy, money invested into doing something like that, and then having your kids in the back of the, car doing this all day long, there's a better way to do it, guys and gals. Please don't do that stuff, especially if you're new. yeah, it ended up where I started just putting sticky notes on car windows, and then I ended up putting a sticky note on the, the parkings. There's like a sign where you park at Home Depot. And so I started putting those sticky notes on those signs. And then I had a Home Depot employee come over to where I was, and he's like, there will be none of that. You need to leave. And I got kicked out of a Home Depot. So I don't recommend terrible traffic strategy number 2, which is the sticky note strategy. Don't go out there putting sticky notes on people's car windows. It's not cool. It is, kind of like a violation of people's, personal property. Unfortunately, there are people out there teaching this stuff. So don't do it. It's just, do it at your own risk. I don't recommend it. So the third terrible traffic strategy that I did was purchase cold leads. And since we were super duper broke, what I did with 2 other friends of mine is we basically went to these lead vendors and we bought lead lists. They weren't just any lead lists. Oh no, these were aged lead lists because they were cheaper and you got more leads for less money, and we were able to split it among the 3 of us. So we would spend like $70 to $100 on lead lists. You'd get like 500 cold leads, and then we would cold call these random people on these lead lists, these aged lead lists, okay, that had supposedly expressed interest in working from home. The problem is that when they fill out those lead capture pages where the lead companies get their information, a lot of those people, they think that they're applying for a job. So they are thinking they're going to hear back from some sort of employer or recruiter or something like that. They're not looking for an at-home business opportunity. So that's another reason I advise against buying leads, because you do not know how that lead was generated. You have literally no clue. Now, I know that there's people out there that teach it, and there's people that do it and they do it successfully. But in my personal opinion, there is a more leveraged way to get people who actually want what you have to offer without doing all that crazy, icky stuff, okay? So how, what kind of results did we get? Literally, I remember one time we're like, okay, let's do this. We're going to cold call these leads. We're going to muster up the courage, and we are going to practice our phone skills and call total strangers about our business, right? We had our Danny Johnson scripts together, the whole 9 yards, right? And it was like 7:30 p.m. and we picked up, and we got to the point that we actually like, okay, we're going to do this. Call the first number. Ring, 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 ring. Answering machine. Okay? Next. Ring, 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 ring. Next. Ring, 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 ring. Next. Ring, 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 ring. Next. People would not answer their phones. So it was such a waste of time and energy and effort. And we're like, girls, I'm not doing this anymore. I mean, we did do it a few more times, and then we did get a couple people on the phone, but one person was like, oh, is this a job or whatever? And we're like, no, it's not a job, whatever. And then you have to ask so many questions, and they've got so many questions. And guys, it's just, your time is so valuable. That is the most precious thing you have. So we're like, we are turning the tables around on this. We're not doing this anymore. So don't try terrible traffic strategy number 3, which is cold calling purchased leads, unless you are really, really good at phone sales and you really, really want to spend your time doing that. Otherwise, there is a better way. So let me share a couple of the better ways that you can do it. Number 1, develop your marketing skills. That way you can get people to come to you. Now, if you look in my description box, I have a few resources for you to check out, okay? Number 1, you can go through my 5-day How to Sell Without Selling challenge, which is my Rise Branding Academy, where I take you through building the foundation to getting people to come to you instead. And once you lay everything out and start driving traffic through, people will basically sort themselves out. That's number 1. The second thing is after you increase your marketing skills, you want to learn how to actually generate leads on social media so that people actually come to you. So again, if you look into my description box right below, I've got a bunch of free training. I've got free training on how to generate leads on social media that come to you. I have free training on how to get free leads on Messenger. So guys and gals, There's so many ways to actually get people to come to you. Even YouTube, even video marketing is better than cold calling leads or getting kicked out of a Home Depot, let's be honest. And then the third thing is very powerful. I've done it, I've used it, and a good friend of mine who just launched a training today, she teaches Facebook challenge groups. Now, if you want to sign up a lot of people at one time doing fun Facebook challenges, and hey, almost everyone's on Facebook, right? So if you want to learn how to do Facebook challenges and get people to join your group, get immersed into your content, and result in more leads, sales, and signups for you, then I highly recommend you check out Profit with Challenges, and I will have that link right below this video too. Today she just released an amazing training, and I will link it right down for you. I think she released video 4. You can always go back and check out videos 1, 2, 3, and 4, and trust me guys, this strategy works for generating lots of sales and signups in a very short period of time, using very specific and intentional strategies to get people into your Facebook challenge groups. And if you purchase her training, you'll also get a Facebook ads mini course that will teach you how to fill your challenge groups. So guys and gals, make sure to check that out. So avoid the 3 terrible traffic strategies so that you don't have to go through what I went through, unless you want to go through it so that years later you can look back and tell some really awesome stories, right? Because we laugh so much when we talk about that Home Depot story, but when it was happening, it wasn't fun because I was in a place where we were broke, we were desperate, we were trying to do whatever it took to get people into our business, and it just wasn't working. It was actually, it was actually affecting my family dynamic, and that's just no way to build a business, right? So now I'm all about building a business that allows you to have a life, and all I am going to do on this channel, I am committed to bringing you strategies, resources, tools, and systems that help you do that help you sell without selling, that help you attract more leads, signups, and sales without feeling like an icky salesperson. And most importantly, my strategies, anything that I bring to you on this channel, will always be in alignment with helping you build a business that also allows you to have a life. So with that being said, guys and gals, please go ahead and check out those resources right below in my description box right below this video. And I want to hear from you. What is the worst traffic strategy that you ever tried, that you invested either time, money, or effort into, and it was a total flop? I have to know. There's people that did worse things than I did. So if you have a funny story, leave it in the comment section right below this video. So with that being said, if you like this video, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted the next time that I upload a video to my YouTube channel. So with that being said, this has been Barbie Figueroa with Rise Marketing and Design.com. I will see you on another video. Bye.